Welcome back to our channel, Warriors. We are still going. If you haven't had all the solid supervisors, smash that subscribe button. Go and have them smash it right now. First and foremost, let me give a shout out to all the patrons. I love you. You're the heartbeat of this channel. Believe me when I tell you, you're the only thing keeping this channel going. So stay tuned for your well-deserved shout out at the end. This episode right here, man. You guys know I talk to a lot of people from everywhere, right? Ears to the tier. And the latest consensus, it's not even the latest, it's the first time that I'm putting this out there. I talk to current CDCR supervisors, and they just give me the rundown, right? They give me the rundown. I talk to officers, and what they do is they tell me, yeah, hey, I got this solid sergeant, I got this solid lieutenant, and we had a meeting, and this is what they're telling us, like, hey, stay on point, the fucking CDCR is no joke. You get fucked up quick. So this message is to them, right? To them, to the solid ones still in the fight. Dude, you guys' work is not going unnoticed. Trust me, we see it. And you need to continue and push probably harder than you've ever pushed before in what is transpiring. And why? To ultimately prevent the death of a correctional officer or attempt to prevent the death of a correctional officer. That is like a 80 to 20 chance right now, right? The way things are going. Probably 90 to 10, realistically. So how would I address the troops if I was still in the department, right? I get a little bit of leniency because I can use cuss words or whatever. I'll probably skirt, like how I would really talk in the prison and then kind of maybe embellish on something or elaborate on something. Not embellish, elaborate. Richard J. Donovan Correctional Facility, RJD, worst place on earth, man. They need to bulldoze that prison to the ground with everybody in it. Start fresh. It's like on Indian burial ground. 2019, when Pollard became the warden, that's when shit went really, really south, man. Kimberly Seibel, Connie Gibson pushing down that agenda. So RJD had a head start on what the rest of the state was about to do, right? And how corrupt it was going to get. And the non-designated mixing of GPs and SNY. We were one of the first prisons to do that. I think Mule Creek was the first prison, I believe. Don't quote me on that. A-Yard. A-Yard at the time at Donovan, formerly known as the 1 Yard for all you OG veteranos, was general population, GP. Now, 2 of those buildings were EOP, right? Which I never understood. There's 5 buildings, A-Yard, GP, buildings 1 and 2, EOP. So you got building A1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Big ass long yards. When they started, that's a backstory. When they started integrating SNYs, SNYs onto that yard with bad paperwork. I mean, S charges, R suffixes, R's on their jacket. It was on and cracking. Right? Inmates were getting sliced, left unattended, meaning like we'd find somebody else slice. I never personally did, man. I avoided that fiasco for the most part. Everybody knows the active GP rules. Blacks, sureños, the whites. Everybody knows the GP rules, man. You cannot program with an SNY or a PC, protective custody inmate. That just goes without saying, man. So we knew what was going to happen. I mean, of course, you would think that the suspects of an attack, of a battery on an inmate with a weapon would get housed in ADSEG. Well, they were not housing them in ADSEG, let me tell you. There was an AW on that yard, and he taps in from time to time, but I got to keep it real. There was an AW on that yard. Company guy. The tensions were turning up bad and fast, right? We're bringing all these SNYs onto the yard. The GPs are attacking them. Nothing is happening to the GPs. They are not getting removed off the yard like they want to. They're getting pissed. They're getting irate. They're getting, You could feel the tension building up, right? And in my head, common sense, I'm not even giving myself credit. It was like, oh, fuck, man, they're going to go off on staff. They're going to start going off on staff. It's just inevitable. You have to, right? If I was, and I'm not even blaming the inmates. It's like at this point, now you have to, right? And for those of you guys don't know, why do they have to, Hector? Because if they remain, those general population inmates remain on that yard with SNY inmates, they are going to get targeted for attack and assault by their own people, right? By the higher organization, by the rules of their own. It's common sense, like clockwork. And I was on Delta Yard. This is how I avoided the A Yard mess. It's right across. I was on D Yard, and this is what I was as a supervisor, man. I called all my staff over on Delta Yard in the middle of the yard. That's where I would have my meetings, so the fucking yard crew workers wouldn't ear hustle and hear, listen to what I'm saying. And I'll say, check this out, guys. They are going to start hitting staff. They're about to start hitting staff very soon, and you guys need to be on point. We are with sister facility. We will respond. We will help them, right? So when you get there, make sure it's game time. Make sure you're ready to go. They look at me, oh, okay, cool, whatever. A Yard, I found myself on A Yard one morning because of coverage relief for a swap. In the chapel, the AW had a meeting. All right. Now you got to understand, at this point in time, the tensions had risen too high, and the Sureños had been given a 72-hour curfew. Right. And it's like, man, the time has started, right? The official clock has started. Well, Hector, what's a 72-hour curfew? Well, from that time on, within 72 hours, if you're still on that yard, you're done, right? You're done. You got to do everything in your power to get off that yard, to include hit a cop. That AW, man, I was a lieutenant, right? Posted, just fucking. This is why I speak to you guys as supervisors. You guys are enduring these stupid fucking meetings with your stupid fucking higher ups, right? It's about time you stand up and say something. That AW said, don't worry, guys. There is no credible threat that the Mexicans are going to go off on you. And in my head, I'm like, why would he say that? Why would he say that? Right? You got these young cops, if they're oblivious, if they're new, if they don't fucking, they're going to listen to an AW telling you, hey, well, there's no threat, there's no threat. First of all, you should never say that. First of all, there's always a threat, right? Number one. Number two is there was definitely a threat, right? Let me tell you. And you could feel it. You would just know if you know what your fucking job is, right? If you're not trying to kiss ass, suck dick, and make it to the top. Especially if your boots on the ground fighting. So I was fucking stewing during that whole fucking shit, man. He leaves. If I remember correctly, right? My memory's horrible. You ask my fucking wife. She says I have selective memory. I literally asked her, hey, what's my daughter's birthday yesterday? Like, that's how, because I was trying to sign her up for softball. And you're probably thinking, damn, Hector, like, that's fucked up. You can't remember your daughter's birthday. I kind of had a rough estimate, but that's my mind, my brain, from whatever I've endured. My memory is horrible, and I've always said that. And it really agitates me when people tell me I have selective memory or whatnot, because that's not the truth. Anyways, went off on a tangent there, man. So I couldn't remember if I pulled some staff aside. Maybe I pulled the supervisors aside. A handful of people, and I said, check this out. I don't know why the fuck that AW said that. You guys are definitely going to get fucked up soon. Bottom line. Right, be on your toes, be on your point, be on your P's and Q's, man. Fast forward, less than 72 hours, it was on a Sunday. I didn't even know this episode was going to go this direction. I'm just giving you an overview, or I'll probably do more episodes to elaborate. It was on a Sunday. I remember the LT, she was a female. I worked with her at Centinela. Man, when she was my sergeant, I didn't like her. She was always riding me. This time we were both lieutenants at the same time. She's a good lady. She was a lieutenant on A Yard. I was on D Yard, Delta. Code 1, staff assault. Alpha 3. Code 1, staff assault. Alpha 5. Code 1, A Yard. Fuck. All fucking day, man. I would do doubles, swaps. So all day from the morning time till the door cracked for chow. Staff assaults, right? Sureños, mostly Sureños, not the whites and the blacks. They were kind of, The monster had already evolved, right? The emotion was already in fucking pace. And the thing about Donovan, the thing about the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation, the thing about Weasley, Smeasley, Measley managers, AWs, chief deputy wardens, and captains is that they would rather a correctional officer lose their life than to stop any type of program. Okay? Oh, damn, Hector, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, I know that's a fact. That's why I left. So they weren't slamming program. I told that lieutenant, slam it. Fucking slam it. Like, on your own, slam it. Right? Don't fucking ask for permission. Don't do nothing. Don't open any fucking doors. Don't open any cell doors. Every time a cell door would open, the fucking motherfucking inmate would rush through and just attack the cop. You just stopped his movement ASAP. Now, that was kind of impossible with you have to walk them to the pill line. The inmates have to get their medication. Apparently, in the history of Donovan, they do not do Medline or cell side where they go to the buildings and pass out pills. Apparently, they never heard of that. They don't do it. They're adamantly against it. It's against their code of honor. I never heard of such a thing, man. So basically, it doesn't matter. You can kill a fucking cop. 20 minutes later, they got to do pill line. The inmates are walking to pill line. Well, Hector, what's the problem with that? Motherfucker, you're going to have inmates walking through crime scenes, through blood. Fuck, you got to stop the program. Let me tell you about violent situations. First and foremost, you got to stop it, right? And leave it stopped until you figure out what's going the hell is going on around here. You guys wonder why the CDCR is off the hook. Stop the fucking program. Anyways, it didn't matter. There was no stopping the program. Fucking doors were still getting cracked for pill line. Boom, 40 millimeters getting shot. Bah! Fucking then it is a whole day. This is still the one day of it was on a Sunday, I remember. In one of the buildings, it was like 3 sureños go off on 2 sureños, and I was like, well, at least on that one they went off on each other. Right. Then you got like a captain on the phone, like, nah, don't lock him up. That captain didn't even show up to that yard that day. I want to say it was silent. I don't have anything against silent, but he did kind of do me dirty right before I left. I wanted to walk up to the warden's office and give him a piece of my mind, and he told me to stay back on the yard. I'm giving you a direct order to stay back on the yard. Was he looking out for me? I don't know. I didn't feel those types of vibes at that time. Whatever. I don't hate the guy. It's kind of politics, I guess. Anyways, then the one in fucking TTA, triage treatment area. Code 1, staff assault, TTA. Like, fuck. That lieutenant probably had like 7 incident packets of staff assaults that day. No joke. TTA, staff assault. So I run over there. And the officers are like, hey, they got it, LT, they got it. I'm like, all right, cool, later. Boom, I'm gone, right? Damn, Hector, what does that mean, they got it? And why did you leave? Motherfucker, they told me they got it. I don't need to be around that shit, whatever. Well, I've seen enough staff assaults. I'm good. Oh, you're part of the green wall, Hector. Motherfucker, they fucking told me they got it. What do I need to go micromanage for? I didn't see nothing. I didn't hear nothing. I wasn't there. Literally was not there. I'm a lieutenant. I should have been in my office anyways. And again, staff assaults. Yeah, well, you mixed them. That was the fucking AWs and chiefs and wardens trying to expose this. So anyways, man, that was a whole story. 14 minutes in. So now that you know that kind of shit transpires in the fucking department. Well, Hector, what happened with that staff assault in that TTA? Well, the inmate had like a cast on, Sureño. They uncuffed him because he had a cast on. The doctor needed to see something. I think that's at the time the CO, good solid ass CO too. I think he's a sergeant now. Solid motherfucker. Just happened to be looking the wrong way at this particular time. And all he heard was, Spencer! Boom! At least the Sureño had the common courtesy to say, Spencer, I'm about to clock you. And he did. And I'm pretty sure he instantly regretted that punching that CO. Um, oh, fuck me. I don't miss it. I don't miss it. Anyway, so Hector, how would you address the masses now, knowing what you were doing? If you were still wearing the uniform, man, because we're supervisors, we have your in mindset. We need you to know your experience. Oh, this is what I would do, man. D yard. Doesn't matter what yard I was on. D yard. I like D yard. Delta. I'll get all. Oh, and then I go back to my yard, and then all the officers. Hey, LT, you were right. You were right, LT. How did you know? Oh my God. Anyways, this is how I would address the fucking masses. I'll say, listen up, everybody. I don't care. Leave your body worn cameras on. This is what I would tell them. Leave your body worn cameras on, right? Because I wasn't gonna say nothing that wasn't correct, and that I wasn't gonna get myself in a wreck, right? So whether you want to leave it on or leave it off, per policy, I think you could turn it off during training, but I can't recall. Again, my memory, fuck. I would say, look, man. I would see all the new faces in the crowd, brand spanking new. See some OGs, COs, all right. Tell the yard crew worker, hey man, keep walking. Keep walking. All right. Fucking trying to ear hustle. Hey, look, right now is some bad times in. This is me talking to my troops, so you can see an example. Right now is a bad, probably the worst. No, right now is the worst time I have ever seen the department in my 16-year career. By far the worst. I have never seen it this bad, this dangerous, this off the hook, this free for all. One of you guys are going to get killed. Literally. So I'm telling you guys to get it off my chest so that when you do get killed, I don't feel that guilt, right? Because I did my part. If you don't do your part, that's on you. You're going to get killed. I got to really hammer that home to you guys. You are being told to do one thing from your higher ups. Higher than me, motherfuckers. I'm a lieutenant. You're getting told to play well, that stupid shit, cornhole with the inmates, man. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not going to tell you guys to do it, or I'm not going to tell you guys to not do it, but I'm telling you guys not to do that, okay? I wouldn't do that. You'll never see me do that. And it's not because it's nothing against the inmates, right? It's because you are going to blur a line that is going to get you fucking killed, right? You are going to really do some damage to yourself and to your partners. Maybe a lot of you guys have aspirations to want to promote ISU, counselor, parole, and maybe you think you have to play this silly little game to go up the chain of command because some of your cocksucker partners are doing so, okay? You're going to have to ask yourself right now. Me, I'm a lieutenant. I made it here. I'm parking it here. Didn't take the captain examination. That's a fact. Didn't take it the 2 times that it came out. That's a fact. Had no ambition to promote. Lieutenant is where I wanted to park it. Bah, park that truck. Break off the fucking thing. You got to ask yourself, do you want to sell out? Do you want to sell your soul for a position, a title? And furthermore, you can still promote without having to suck dick like all these other guys, man. I did it. Yeah, I played the game, right? Damn, Captain B, that's a nice hat. It's a nice hat. I'm not fucking going over there and jacking off inmates or playing fucking pinochle with them. That's me telling a captain he has a nice hat. It was a nice hat. Wasn't lying. So you need to realize where the fuck you are at. A lot of you guys started here at this prison, Donovan. Let me tell you, Donovan ain't like the rest of the prisons, right? Other prisons, real shit fucking happens. That's not to say it can't happen here. Motherfucker, you guys remember the attempted murder on a peace officer on Bravo Yard with inmate Yoda and Captain Carrillo? Yeah, that happened. Remember Housing Unit 17? Old boy got stabbed by that fucking inmate that tied a weapon to his hand? Well, yeah, that happened. Remember Bravo Yard? Female CO almost got raped during the morning chow? Yeah, that happened. Okay? It can happen anywhere, right? As a matter of fact, it's probably going to happen to you today if you don't keep your fucking mind straight. With that, love you guys. This message was sponsored by the following patrons. I see you right there, homie. He changed his name so the CDCR wouldn't find him. 602 me, I don't give a fuck. 89 made me. You're a long way from Starbucks, homie. Ali, Terry, Ramiro de Leon, The Hound, Miss R, Milkers, Danners on my feet, La Primera Playatron, Riz 209, William, Theo, A-Rod 310, Chris Lesniak, Nisi B, I don't know, I'm not the regular, Brian the Lone Specialist, Big Shags the Westminster, Pachanga 209, Darlene from Santa Ana, F your mandates, write me up, VSP Eddie, Sabatino, Adalberto, Mercenary Mindset, any reason I can't hold you, program time, Carnalito, treatment not time, Enforce Fit, my outdoor activity, Gigi, Vinny todavía me la pela, Santa Barbara County, shut the fuck up and make it wing. A la verga 760, Miss Rod, G-Ride, Vote Newscom out, The Prison Psychologist, Fuerte 84, Zeus, Michigan Wolverines, I have an 8-hour chrono, Put Me Out 6 South, AWOL like Monty, One Bad Yard, Pero Cherokee Cat, The Big Bad Wolf, Raider 62, John Wick, Abuelita's Journey, Abuelita's Irma, Rodrigo Keep Pushing Forward, Giant Manhattan Pizza in Anaheim, check them out, L. Eli, Gerardo, Rigo SD, Pelon 1205, who's doing the pipe, Denise, the real McCoy, not the fake McCoy, JB Smooth, the Pogue in a six-pack. CO, Sergeant told me to make you the bed move. Robert, Ricardo, Maladjusted, Ragtoss 5.0, Carmine the Pitbull, CJ Zavalza, EOP Whisper, Fuck Your 602, Viva Mexico, cabrones. We say goodbye, safety and security on CDCR Unlocked. La Reina, Winston, Tony, El Skid, the OG, Hobie Cat, Lead with Love, Albert 12. CDCR is hiring. Carnival Game Experience to the plus. J.I. Esquiel, Nova, Linda, the retired CO, Marius, Chevelle 66, Hey Girl, pop me up so I can give you some OJT, Lock Up, Ellen, and Sherman for corruption, and the homie Rags. If you have not already signed up for that Patreon, okay, you'll get to see all the episodes of Hector Bravo Unhinged ad-free before the rest of the internet gets to see it. You also get to see exclusive content that you won't get to see anywhere else, and most importantly, you'll be supporting a cause that's greater than yourself. Make sure you hit that link in the description below. You're definitely missing out. I love you. Keep pushing forward.